Alright, today we're diving into the world of Shadowspire to paint a legionnaire of the Dread Warden, one of Agramon's elite Kragar warriors. These half-orcs are the backbone of Shadowspire's armies, wielding glaives, shields, and armors. They're built for fear and domination, which is basically Shadowspire's whole vibe. And honestly, I've been excited to paint this one because it's part of a project my nephew started for his Shadowspire army. Now, this particular figure has a bit of a backstory. It's the lone survivor of a rare printing fail. So, while his squad waits for reinforcements, he's going to serve as my test model. Let's get started. We're beginning with a brown primer for the base. I chose brown because it really helps bring out the earthy, rustic tones I want for this figure. Once the primer's dry, I go in with a dry brush of mummy robes over the entire miniature. This step is just to pick out the details and add some depth. It's always satisfying to see those intricate designs pop. Next up, crusted sore for the skin. This color, when diluted, gives that raw, menacing look perfect for a Shadowspire Kragar. These aren't polished soldiers, they're hardened brutes shaped by the dark magic of Shadowspire. For the tunic, I went with Necromancer Cloak, thinned out to let the texture underneath peek through. It's such a rich, deep gray, almost black. The weapons and armor get a solid layer of matte black, simple, efficient, and perfect for the grim Shadowspire aesthetic. I'll build on this later, but for now, it's about getting that foundational darkness. For the boots, straps, and shield backing, I'm using diluted oak brown. This shade brings a nice worn leather look, grounding the figure in a more rugged feel. Even the shield gets this treatment. I thought about painting a heraldic design on the shield, but honestly, I was worried it would clash with the rustic vibe. Plus, I couldn't settle on a color that felt right. For the skin highlights, I mixed tanned flesh with crusted sore. Just a subtle touch here and there to add dimension and show off the musculature. The Kragars are warriors, after all, they've got to look the part. Now comes one of my favorite parts, a generous dry brush of plate mail metal over the armor and weapons. This step is super satisfying because it instantly transforms the black base into something sharp and intimidating. The metallic sheen really brings out the character of the figure. I applied dark tone almost everywhere, armor, tunic, shield, except for the skin. It ties everything together, adding shadows and depth to the details. The glaive gets a touch of greedy gold on the hilt and pommel, just a small detail to break up all the dark tones. It's a nice nod to Shadowspire's love for corrupted opulence. The red tone wash on the skin, though, is what gives it that almost haunted, bloodthirsty vibe. It's subtle but effective. For the base, I finish off the edges with a black marker. I'm going with something simple but fitting, sparse red sand topped off with a bit of grass for texture. It's held together with a mix of glue and water. It's clean, quick, and ties the figure into Shadowspire's scorched wastelands perfectly. Overall, I'm happy with how this one turned out, though I think I'll switch to a black primer for the rest of the squad. A black base with dry brushing would have matched my Kragar crossbowman better, and it would have saved some time too. But hey, that's the beauty of testing, you learn as you go. This miniature was sculpted by Medbury Miniatures, and you can grab the printed version on Proxywars. Alright, thanks for hanging out and painting with me today. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a comment or share your thoughts on how you'd approach a Shadowspire army. And who knows, maybe next time we'll tackle the whole squad. Until then, happy painting, and I'll see you in the next video.